Good morning. Please excuse the hair. I'm going to have my roots done today, which is actually a throwaway comment, but actually something that's very indicative. Since Labour came into power, I've not been getting my roots done every 6 weeks because I can't afford to. So it's actually quite a monumental event for me to go and get them done. I'm going to have quite a lot chopped off and get my roots done. I mean, that'll be it for the next sort of 4 months, but nonetheless. And it's just another little sign that, of course, I'm spending less at the hairdressers. The hairdressers have less income. So if there's less income, then they can't afford to employ as many hairdressers as they got, or maybe they can't afford the rent, or they have to make cuts themselves. So you can see where this is all going. You know, everywhere you look in life, there is an effect of this stupid Labour government. My landscape is the perfect example. So you know, I look over the allotments, which luckily for us, they are owned by the Burley estate. So we hope that Angela Rayner won't get her grubby mitts on this to then go and sell it to somebody at the lowest bid possible to half build a house that won't be able to be finished because we can't afford to finish it because there are no builders, there's no people buying houses, there's no infrastructure where I live. I mean, there is 0 point putting any houses on there because we have nothing to support them. And of course, what people aren't thinking is, well, we'll build a house here and we'll build a house there, and it doesn't matter that the road can't cope with the traffic it's already got. We'll just let that crumble a bit and we'll just spend loads of money filling up the potholes and sorting out the crashes and all of that will come with it. And then in about 6 years' time, we'll build a bypass. What village? What hamlet? Oh, no, don't be ridiculous. And it wouldn't matter because we'll all be covered by solar panels by then anyway. So who really gives a monkeys about the small rural communities? Certainly not Labour. So this is the big bugbear of mine. Fortunately, we have locally a very good MP, Alicia Kearns, who is absolutely on it and is taking the bit between her teeth on this. There are proposals for another, and I say another, 1,000 acre solar farm to go near where we live. So another. So that's like 2,000. In fact, it's more than that. It's effectively, as you drive into Lincolnshire, so we're on all the borders. There's Lincolnshire, Rutland, Leicestershire, Northampton, or what have you. And as you drive in down the A1, it is just like the most beautiful blanket of fields, you know, our green and pleasant pastures, which will soon be a slightly reflective blue or black. And will we see the lovely little cows dotted on the fields, or will we see the sheep dotted on the fields, or will we see the combine harvester? I mean, it will, of course, stop the dust from the combine harvester going past, but we love the combine harvester going past because all of that will be gone and it will be reflective solar panels. And that doesn't really fill your heart with joy, does it? When you're coming down the A1 and you go, oh, look, everybody, a load of solar panels and reflective crap and absolutely nothing to suggest we live in the country, everything to suggest we live in some kind of weird dystopian fuck up. So luckily, Alicia has got the bit between her teeth, but she's not Boudica. Boudica. She is not she. Whether she can take this government on and Ed Miliband on, I mean, she absolutely could take Ed Miliband on. The Dachshund puppies could take Ed Miliband on. The problem is, it doesn't matter whether you speak sense to this man or not. He's like Bridget Phillipson. I can't hear you. I don't know what you're saying. I thought it was a good idea, therefore it must be. I mean, he's done this extraordinary TikTok where he's lip syncing to I think it's a Pink song. Like, Ed Miliband is lip syncing to a Pink song, and he wants us to take him seriously. I mean, nobody was taking him seriously in the first place. This is certainly not helping, Ed. You are not relatable. I mean, you might be relatable maybe to a 6-month baby, but you're not relatable to any actual humans who are incandescent with rage on your net zero fluff, which is now beginning to actually erode our communities. And somebody made a really, really good point yesterday, and I feel stupid for not making it myself, when I was talking about the allotments. And I was just talking about what I see here. But of course, allotments in towns and cities are lifelines. And again, another massive miss from Labour. So, as you know, I'm training to be a counsellor. I very, very much believe in the real healing therapy of talking therapy. We know that new studies have just come out to say that 6 sessions of talking therapy can massively reduce back pain. I completely agree with it. I've got a back made up like a scaffolding tower, and I absolutely know that when I hold my stress, I hold it in my lower back. So for all kind of conditions, whether it's mental health conditions or whether it's actual physical conditions, therapy is known, proven to be very effective. And much of that therapy happens in gardens, in allotments, in community orchards, in spaces where people can go and grow things, nurture things, be part of nature, be part of a community, and actually have some freedom of mind from all of this utter crap and bilge that we live in day by day, and go and do something that nourishes them. And yeah, Angela Rayner, it actually makes me choke up when I think about it in those terms, when I think about the harm this government is doing on every level, and they just don't see through the levels. It's like an onion. They've just peeled the skin off and we're all crying. They cannot see the layers, the really delicate, interwoven layers underneath that actually make the onion. They're just peeling the top layer of the hard skin back and going, right, we're going to do this. And those communities and those people, where do they think they're going to go? Because the success of talking therapy really has been a huge success. So we've got people working together on places like allotments and community gardens and community orchards, and they are not on the NHS. They are not having to have antidepressants. They are not having to have the medication that they were having, because they are being helped and nurtured and nourished and put back together in a way that works for them, that suits them, that is on their agenda, and is not asking anything of anyone else. And yet here we are, some stupid idiot with their big bother-sized boots and Ed Miliband, who's singing to Pink songs, who've decided that they know better, and they are clearing our beautiful Great Britain of every green space and turning it into a housing development with no infrastructure, a solar panel farm. I mean, honest to God, we don't plough the fields and scatter, do we? What do? We look at the reflection from the solar panels. We don't sit there having an ice cream going, oh, isn't that beautiful? Isn't that lovely? Oh, look, there's a little sheep. Oh, we can't really see the sheep underneath because it's condensed. I mean, it's just utter insanity. And this man and this woman, they are vandals. They are vandalising our country. And I mean, I thank my lucky stars for Alicia Kearns, but as I said, she's one woman. We need more. I mean, Alicia needs an absolute army behind her to stop this shit happening. And it isn't just the countryside, it is the towns as well. And I do hear you. And you did, this gentleman was from Luton. You did make a really good point, and it really stuck with me. We've got to get together as a massive community, and we've got to put our foot down and say no. The solar panels